Hello, Aries. Your weekly love tarot reading begins with an Ace of Cups, a Queen of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and a 10 of Cups. Wow. And your person is coming in with 3 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and a 7 of Pentacles. So at the bottom of the deck, we have some strife, 5 of Wands. I'm going to leave that right there. All right, and let's go ahead and look at this love connection. How you and your person are coming into the week. So you're coming in with an Ace of Cups, and they're coming in with 3 of Cups. So it's a brand new love. It's an opportunity for a brand new love for you, Aries. Your person coming in with 3 of Cups, so they are in the friend zone right now, I feel like, right? You know, they're around, they're out and about. You guys may be socializing around each other. You may be in the same social circle. But you're the one falling, you're the one seeing the opportunity for a love connection here. You're the one who's kind of like, wow, and they're kind of just enjoying themselves. We're going to get some clarifiers here. Let me pull out this deck here. I'm going to start shuffling. So as I look ahead, though, yeah, this almost seems like a fated scenario here that's coming in for you, Aries. I think that you are a little bit, flustered by it all because they're coming in with such like sort of jovial, friendly energy, friendship type energy. Like I said, they're kind of just enjoying themselves right now. They're out and about a lot. They're out with their friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever they are. And it's you who's kind of like, oh, wow, man, they've caught my eye. Let's get a little bit of clarity here. 3 of Wands. And for them, a Queen of Pentacles. So, yeah, they are someone who's really, really engaged right now in, their lives, their life trajectory. You might be dealing with someone who right now is kind of on a real path of self-improvement, self-enrichment. It feels like they are, right now, your person is really kind of like putting a lot of their energy into their goals, right? Manifesting their money, getting their money right, maybe getting their fitness right. So they're really, they're not looking for love per se, right? And they're definitely coming across as a free spirit. Now, you coming in with that 3 of Wands over the Ace of Cups, it feels to me like you, Aries, you want more information here, right? Because you feel something, but I think you're a little bit unsure. You're just a little bit unsure about, where are they coming from? Are they going to be into you? Right? There's a feeling here, I think, of you being worried because they're, like you're noticing them. They're not necessarily noticing you. Let's go ahead to how you guys see each other. So, yeah, when you see them as a Queen of Swords. This person is somebody who's really tough. Okay, they're coming across as somebody who's extremely intelligent, who's extremely tough, right? They like no nonsense, very honest, very direct. This is how you see them. They see you and, really what they're getting off of you so far. And as I say, they're kind of like in their own world right now. But really what they're getting from you is a feeling that you're quite generous. They're noticing your generosity. They're noticing a little bit of your swag, how you are. You're definitely coming across as someone who is, as I said, generous with their money, generous with their time. This is interesting them, okay? And that's what they're noticing about you. Of course, as I say, for you, what's interesting you is that they're so tough and so kind of honest, and it's refreshing. Let's get clarity on these then. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of people like to be around them. A lot of people want their time. And 3 of Cups again. Right. Okay, so listen, above anything here, there's a strong friendship, right? That can be developing here, but I think you want more, Aries. You just want more. But right now, and it seems as though they may be a little bit inaccessible to you because they're so busy, right? You know, but let's look ahead, okay? Because as I say, they see you really very much through a friendship lens. You see them and they're like just busy, busy. Everybody wants their time. But Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Cups comes in. Now, this is how you guys see your role, your relationship in this relationship with each other. And so for you, right away, Wheel of Fortune, it almost seems as though, well, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is when, you know, the universe turns, you know, aspects of the universe and energies turn towards your favor, in the sense that whatever is happening, whatever activities or events are coming in or being brought into you, it's all designed to sort of keep you on your path, right? So it is in your favor. And yeah, it's interesting here that you see yourself in this relationship like that. It's almost as if you feel like meeting this person has been very fated and destined, and has been just like an act of good fortune. Now they see themselves as the Seven of Cups in this relationship. So, you know, they're kind of like, oh, you know, let's daydream. You know, they're considering some possibilities here, but it feels, you know, kind of like a daydream to them, you know. The Seven of Cups is kind of like, yeah, you know, maybe, you know, like they're imagining something with you possibly, but whatever that is, it's firmly in fantasy land, and they know it's in fantasy land. I'm not sure that they're in a place to take this connection seriously just yet. Right now, it's kind of like up in the air. Surely, yes, there is a connection here, and they see you just as you see them, because this is a love connection reading, but they're just not as invested in really, I want to say, intentionally wanting a relationship here per se. It's for them, it's just like, oh, okay, I notice Aries over there, I see you. 10 of Cups coming in for you, and for them, a King of Cups. Yeah. So 10 of Cups, happiness, joy, you know, like the whole shebang. For you, it feels like this is an opportunity for that coming in. You really, really desire something with this person. You know that a relationship with them could be like just great. You know, it's like, yeah, you get, the more and more you consider it, right? The more and more excited and complete you feel about it. They come in with King of Cups energy. So this is interesting, you know. Again, when they see themselves in this relationship, possible connection with you, yeah, they're imagining some things that is firmly in the realm of fantasy. I think, again, because they're not that deeply taking it serious. King of Cups seems to indicate that this person has had a lot of experience with relationships, and they seem to see something here with you that, I'm going to say, feels, they feel like they know it's not. Are you serious about them? Because they feel like, it feels to them, I want to say, as if they realize this could not be a serious connection with you. Right? It's like you're taking it serious, they're not taking it serious. And this can be just because of the way they see you. Can be all of this partying and hanging out and socializing. Could be that they've seen a very social aspect to you, Aries, that they don't really consider serious in a connection. You know, what they want or desire may be something that is much deeper, and so they're kind of keeping you in friend zone. 7 of Cups comes out for you now too. Interesting. And a 4 of Cups, and there it is. They're not really going to be taking this cup of love, because I think they realize that, you know, and this relationship, let me finish my thought, that this relationship may not be, as I say, very serious. Again, 7 of Cups comes in for you. Yeah, it starts to become apparent that some of the things that you desire may be unrealistic as well. This really speaks a lot more to their opinion of you, Aries. It could be, Aries. And you know, you are a fiery sign, but you can be a very sort of 1 minute here, next minute there sign. It could be very much that some of your past may be catching up to haunt you, or catching up with you, because they know you in a social circle. They know you in a social setting. It's not like you're total strangers to each other. And I think they know you by a certain reputation you have. And so they've already formed kind of an opinion here. There's clearly some attraction, but it almost seems as though they've already formed a bit of an opinion here about you. And that opinion doesn't really take you serious as a lover or a relationship type person. Yes, they really enjoy your company and, you know, all of that. And they see qualities in you that they really like, but, you know, it's not, they're not willing to accept anything from you here. Five of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Five of Wands is a lot of sort of tension. Five of Wands can be a real kind of lost feeling, battling just to be battling, being mad just to be mad, you know, being pulled into toxicity really easily because you yourself are feeling quite disjointed and ungrounded, right? Anger, you know, just having anger, a lot of anger and a lot of resentment. So there's some shadow energy here. And again, Aries, it feels to me like your person is, they kind of know who they're dealing with. Now you're falling in love, but again, you know, how many times have you fallen in love before? Or it could, you know, it could be that this person is finally your match. You know, you finally met your match, and yeah, they invoke these intense feelings, but you know, whereas before hooking up with people or getting somebody may have been very easy for you, here it's not easy at all. And in fact, you come up against a wall here where they're kind of like, no, you know, it might be nice to fantasize about, but there's nothing real here. 10 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. Now, these are possible outcomes here. This could be a possible match. But again, it requires, I don't know, it will require them getting to know you on a level that's very different than they know you now. And also probably you, Aries, if you have been a bit of a player up until now, changing that. They come in with 7 of Pentacles energy. They're kind of reevaluating a lot of things. So if they do hook up with you, they're going to be evaluating you the entire time, right? If you guys actually because I feel like this, you know, you may have hooked up with each other, but it's not a relationship here yet. May have just been physical, you know, or a couple of dates or something like that. But they're firmly, if this is the case, they're still not really accepting any real promises here. They're not making any promises. Right now, it's very much in sort of the real easy zone, you know, easy, casual zone. And the whole time, anything that goes on with you two, they're evaluating you the whole time. They're looking and checking. So trust me, you are being tested. But up until now, everything they know about you just tells them, oh, no, I don't think so. You know, your oracles, which one just flew out? You saw that. Flirtation, a lot of flirtation here. Innovation. And manipulation. Damn. All right. Flirtation. So yeah, you guys really enjoy each other's company. There's a lot of flirting going on. There's a lot of back and forth going on. This is Mercury. I'm sorry, Venus and Sagittarius energy. So yeah, Venus is Sag. A lot of conversations, a lot of flirting. We have here Jupiter in Aquarius energy, innovation. So something very different here for you, Aries. Again, it does feel like the type of lover that it's extremely different from what you're used to. And then we have manipulation, Jupiter in Scorpio. Okay, so here we have manipulation. You know, are you manipulating them? Are they manipulating you? Like I said, there's an energy. There's a mismatch of energy here, only in as much as I said before, your person is not convinced about you as any kind of real relationship material. You know, and anything that you guys are talking about now is all like kind of fantasy and daydreaming and having a bit of fun, a lot of flirtation. But is it something deep and real, which is, I see here, something you desire, Aries? But again, as I said, this reading is for an Aries whose past is kind of catching up with them. And it almost feels as though, you know, you're falling for somebody that you know socially, that knows you socially, and they're not biting. Something's gonna have to change, and the change will have to be much more about you and your behavior and the way you sort of interact, I'm gonna say. All right, Aries, I'm gonna leave that where it is. This is your weekly love tarot reading. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Go ahead and make a comment. I love responding to comments. Any of those actions are really excellent for my channel, really help me out, and I appreciate you taking the time to do that. But that's it, Aries. Aries cross watchers. I wish you all love, life, and happiness. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot, and I hope to see you guys next Friday for your weekly love outlook. Bye-bye now.